political landscape in Edo State has been shaken by recent events as the House of Assembly impeached Deputy Governor Philip Shaibu, leading to profound changes within the state's leadership. The impeachment and removal from office of Deputy Governor Philip Shaibu sent shockwaves through the political sphere, sparking discussions and reactions from various quarters. However, the state's governor, Godwin Obaseki, steered Edo by appointing a new deputy governor. The appointment of Omobayo Marvelous, a 38-year-old, to assume the role of deputy governor is a significant shift in the state's leadership dynamics. Now, as Edo State anticipates the impact of this significant transition in leadership, all eyes are on the new deputy governor, Omobayo Marvelous, and the collaborative efforts he will bring to the table alongside Governor Obaseki to drive the state towards progress and development. Tonight, we shall be looking at the impeachment and appointment of a new deputy governor. Why did Philip Shaibu get the boot? And what really were the former deputy governor's political sins against Edo State? And of course, his boss, and Governor Godwin Obaseki. Thanks for joining us. I'm Eukaria Clinton. Welcome to Nigeria Today. Joining me here in the studio to look at the discuss the issues with power play in Edo State is Mr. Jide Ujo, a public affairs analyst. You're welcome to Nigeria Today.
My pleasure.
You know, it's good to see you.
Same here, same here. Happy holidays in advance.
Thank you very much. Now, Jide, what do you make of all these the issues in Edo State, the impeachment or removal, and of course the appointment of the new governor?
Well, it didn't come to me as a surprise. I saw it coming. Philip Shaibu is said to be a grassroots politician, a comrade, a former student union activist, a member of House of Reps, a deputy governor for 7 years. Well, he seems to lack knowledge of the sins of politics. You know, you don't outshine your principal. And aside from outshining your principal, you must not be incorrigible. First, I think this old brouhaha came about because he jumped the gun and decided to seek to replace his principal, the governor, Godwin Obaseki. There's no harm in that. He has a legitimate right to aspire to any political office of his choosing. But he went about it the wrong way. I remember Pius Odibu was deputy governor to Adams Oshiomhole. Oshiomhole did not find him worthy of being his successor, so did not support him. Oshiomhole rather went for Godwin Obaseki. I doubted if Philip Shaibu even take Godwin Obaseki into confidence that my principal, I want to succeed you. The only thing we had was in the papers, he started building his structure. Then the next thing, he went to court and said the court should make a pronouncement that he should not be removed as deputy governor. And everybody in Edo was like, why would they want to remove you? He said there are plots to impeach him. That was last year. The governor denied any plan to impeach him. But, you know, along the line, there was no love lost between the two. To the extent that Philip Shaibu himself sent emissary to plead with his governor. On several occasions, publicly, he pleaded for forgiveness, that his governor should forgive him. Because if there is any governor that took and gave unfettered access and trust to his deputy, it was Godwin Obaseki. So, after about 3 months, Obaseki accepted the public apology of Philip Shuaibu. But that still did not teach Shuaibu lesson. He still went after the mending offenses. He still went about campaigning to succeed Obaseki. Meanwhile, everybody in Edo, at least those who are close to the governor, knew Governor Obaseki was backing his business associate, Asue Ighodalo. So, along the line, date for the party primary came,
okay,
and Philip Shuaibu insisted on running. Asue Ighodalo ran, and on the day of party primary, according to Philip Shuaibu, there was a doctored delegate list,
okay,
in which case many of his own supporters were allegedly removed from the list of those who voted.
Okay,
so there were 2 primaries, one claiming, one faction claimed that Philip Shuaibu won, while the other one said that Asue Ighodalo won.
Okay, we really thank you for that, that whole information that you're giving into us, even though some of them we are, we're privy to it. Now, having appointed a new deputy governor, now, what is the implication, of the appointment of the new deputy governor on the political dynamics of Edo State, in your opinion?
Well, what Godwin Obaseki has decided to do was to go for a young person from Edo North, but not from the Esako or Afemai. He decided to go to Akoko Edo. Now, this Omobayo Marvelous Godwin is from Akoko Edo, which is the Yoruba-speaking area of Edo State. And he's just 38 years. He's an engineer. So, according to information, he's a grassroots politician. What Governor Obaseki has done is to make sure that he has somebody that will listen to him, someone that will not rock the boat. However, the implication is grave for PDP. The governorship election coming up in September in Edo State is grave because the rank of PDP is further depleted by the removal of Philip Shuaibu. Because as we speak, Edo North, where Philip Shuaibu comes from, is the senator for Edo North is Adams Oshiomhole, who is representing APC. The senator for Edo Central, I think, is also APC. Only the senator for Edo South is from Labour Party. And when you look at the number of seats that APC has won in the 2023 general election, you will find out that PDP is second best, even though it's the government in power. And with this, what this means is that the chances of Asue Ighodalo winning in September is further dimmed because the emergence of Asue Ighodalo as the candidate of PDP has caused a lot of rancor within the fold of PDP in Edo State. It was a good move. It was a good strategy to go for younger elements to replace Philip Shuaibu, and also to go for somebody from Akoko Edo area who have been claiming marginalization. That even though they are part of Edo State, because they are in the minority, they have been marginalized. That, for instance, the senator representing Edo North is an Esako man. The deputy governor, up to this morning, Philip Shuaibu, is an Esako man. I think either the APC chairman or PDP chairman is also from Esako. So everything is Esako, Afemai, Esan, and Bini or Edo people in the south. So now going for Akoko Edo will appease the people of Akoko Edo that, okay, they are also part of government. One of their sons has been appointed a deputy governor, which means that they are number 2 citizen, at least for the remainder of the tenure of Godwin Obaseki. So that is a plus for the Akoko Edo people. But on the wider scale, in terms of electoral fortune in September, unless people like Dan Obi, Philip Shoaibu, some of the big wigs who are disenchanted by the emergence of Aso Ighodalo, who was being backed by Governor Obaseki, unless they are able to close ranks. Given the statistics I have given you, that when you look at the number of seats won by APC in Edo during the 2023 election, vis-a-vis the one won by PDP, you will find out that the odds favor APC more than PDP in the coming electoral contest. But politics, 24 hours is a lot of time in politics. APC also have issues with the emergence of Monday, Senator Monday or Begalo or some.
So in other words, in your own, in your opinion, PDP has a lot of work to do with these developments.
Serious work. If they want to win the governorships, don't forget, Governor Obaseki is serving his second and final term. It will not be on ballot in September. So he has become a lame duck. So what it means now is that there is a level playing field for everybody. And Philip Shoaibu now, unless they find a political solution,
I was about coming to that.
To get him not to work, if at all, they cannot reinstate him as a deputy governor, but not to work against the interest of PDP. It then means that they will lose ground in Edo North. Monday Okwabolo, who is the senator representing Edo Central, who is now the candidate of APC. Now they have closed their rank. The other guy who came second in the party primary has now been appeased with the running mate, which is the deputy governorship position. So it is now for APC to lose in September, whereas PDP has a lot of fence mending to do. More so that even at the national level, PDP has not been able to have a substantive chairman after the exit of Dr. Iyochachu. Don't forget that the person who is there now, what is his name? Damagun, has been in acting capacity for over 1 year. So PDP still has a lot of house cleaning to do, and the way things are, the odds right now does not favor.
Okay, I'll have to stop you here, Joe. I'm bringing our guests via Zoom. We have Nasara Umar Kogo. He's a constitutional lawyer. Glad to have you on Nigeria Today.
It's always my honor to contribute in nation building. Good evening.
Good evening. So, Nasara, I want you to put this in clear perspective. Now, we talk about impeachment of the deputy governor. You know, some reports say removal, while some say impeachment. Now, tell us, is it impeachment or removal, or is there any difference between the two?
There are differences. The deputy governor, you can use terminology of either impeachment or removal. But the fundamental thing is under Section 186 of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, it is established that there must be a deputy governor in all the 36 states of the Federation of Nigeria for the seat of the governor to be complete. And accordingly, if you want to remove him, it is removal that is used in the Constitution under Section 188. There are processes and procedures upon which you will go about removing him. The issue of that at hand is whether legality was followed, whether due process was followed, whether it was done in accordance with the constitutional decorum. That is what I think we are supposed to examine, not to go by whether it's impeachment or removal. The fundamental fact is that he is not on seat as deputy governor today, and there is an acclaimed deputy governor who has been appointed again by the governor to replace the seat of the removed deputy governor.
Nasara, just like you rightly said, now the recent impeachment or the removal, if you will, of the Edo State deputy governor, or former deputy governor right now, does it align with the constitutional provisions and the principles of democratic governance in Nigeria?
Well, paradoxically speaking, you will say that he has been impeached or he has been removed, and another one has been appointed. But constitutionally speaking, it's short to be called of following the due process. Because under Section 188, subsection 2, the requirement is that two-thirds of the members, one-third of the members requesting for the removal of the deputy governor should sign and present it before the Speaker of the House of Assembly, who under subsection 3 of section 188 is supposed within 14 days time to inform the members and to ask for debate, whereby if they get simple majority yes that it is an impeachable offense what they are accusing him of, then they will go ahead with the procedure provided under section 188 subsection 3, which says that within the 14 days and you should try to set up the debate to investigate. And if you agree that you are going to investigate, subsection 5 says within 7 days of that decision, you should transmit to the Chief Justice of the state requesting for a 7-man panel to be established. The 7-man panel to be established, you should be able to now give them fair hearing. Right to fair hearing under section 188 subsection 6. It is clearly enshrined there, which is intended with the provision of the Constitution, section 36 subsection 5. And if you look at it carefully, the constitution of the 7-man committee was made, the Chief Justice constituted, and the committee sat within a period of Wednesday to Friday, within a period of 48 hours. We must say that they did invite the erstwhile deputy governor, and the deputy governor under section 36 subsection 5 has the right to either go and represent himself or to send a representation, on the basis of which he sent his lawyer. The lawyer protested. The protesting the lawyer did was a fundamental thing because it is in tandem with the constitutional provision. He said that the matter is already in the court and there is a court injunction against the continuation of the impeachment process. So at that level, having given them the information that the matter is already before a competent court of law, and the matter has already gotten the blessing of an injunction to stop the procedure. Ordinarily, the panel ought not to conclude the assignment, but which they concluded and presented, because they have a period of 14 days to debate at the level of the assembly under section 188 subsection 9. That one too was not done, and within which they now hurriedly rush and impeach the deputy governor. So ordinarily speaking, you will say that the procedures were followed, but fundamentally speaking, in tandem with the constitutional stipulations, when there is a constitutional matter of already challenging the legality and the competence of the panel to continue. In other words, the legality and competence of the state assembly to continue with the procedure, I think is going contrary to the provision
Thank you very much, Menasera. Thank you. We'll come back to you. We'll come back to you. Now, we'll take a short break and listen to the, now the former Deputy Governor, Philip Shaibu. Like we don't have that clip right now. We have a little technical glitch there. Now, back to you, Menasera. You just said quite a lot of things as regards the procedure that was followed in this impeachment or removal, if you, just like you rightly said, just a nomenclature. Now, what are the remedies, the legal remedies, that are available to the deputy governor, the former deputy governor?
There are fundamentally 3 remedies that the deputy governor should take. Number 1, he can go back to the same court that issued the injunction, which was not respected, to request for order of mandamus to compel the state assembly to recognize him as the substantive deputy governor of Edo State. Because as far as the impeachment procedure was concerned, there is a lacuna against the ambience of the constitutional provision. He has under the provision of section 36 of section 5 of the Constitution, and he has the ambience of sections 230 to 304 to go ahead and explore his own chances at the level of the Federal High Court, at the level of the Court of Appeal, up to the Supreme Court, to go and then fight for his own right. Not just for his right, but against the excesses of these type of things to be meted against any other person subsequently within the Federation of Nigeria, so that will be his contribution towards deepening and enrichment of democracy and the rule of law in Nigeria.
Now, Jide, you listened to what he had to say. I want you to react to what he has to say. Then, in addition, what are the expectations, for the new deputy governor in terms of course, governance and service delivery?
First, let me say on a general note, every impeachment move is a political weapon. You see, you only go to court for purposes of ventilation of ideas. I can list over 10 deputy governors who have been removed in similar circumstances as Philip Shuaibu. The point is, what should have been done is to look for political solution. He will go to court. In fact, in that clip which I watched much earlier today, he said he insinuated that he hinted that he was going to go to court. It's within his right. But what his traducers want to teach him is politics 101, which is that while you are in court, they will file the case to Supreme Court. By that time, Obaseku will have finished his tenure and left the stage. Now, to your other question, the deputy governor will only function to the extent that the governor wants him to function. If his office is well resourced, if he's given free hand, don't forget there are no constitutional responsibilities assigned to a deputy governor. That's why some people regard them as spare tires. Spare tire, because you can keep your spare tire for years. If you don't have a deflated tire, you may never need to use it. So what will happen is, this gentleman, 38 years old, I congratulate him and the good people of Akoko Edo for having him coming to limelight. This 1 year or less that he has, let him prove his mettle. But one thing that must not be in doubt is his loyalty to the government. Does
he have up to 1 year?
Approximately. Whatever, even if it's 6 months. There have been people who are deputy governor for 1 month. His name goes into the annals of history of Edo State that one Omobolu Marvelous Godwin is a former deputy governor. And whatever largesse is being shared, he will get his own severance package and all of that. But the most important thing is loyalty must not be in doubt.
Thank you very much.
Let him be humble. Let him also do his level best in the whatever assignment is given to do for the governor. It serves at the pleasure of the governor.
Thank you very much, Jide. I know we can go on and on this issue, but then this is where we wrap it up on this episode of Nigeria Today. I want to thank our guest, Mr. Jide Ujo, a public affairs analyst. Thank you so much for your time and your contribution. And also, May Nasara Kogo is a constitutional lawyer. Thank you so much for your time.
Yes.
And thank you for being part of this program. Don't forget, Nigeria Today airs weekday at 7:30 p.m. on NTA News 24. You can also watch this episode and others on www.youtube.com/NTA News 24 Hub. I'm Victoria Clinton. Goodbye.